What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 6 of the NASRA 360 Weekly Podcast. We've been away for about 3 weeks. It's March 15th, 2023. I hope everybody's having a great time. We're back. Some new upgrades and additions. Got a little stash going on here. Steven's got the ball cap going on. And then we got our guest, Zach Hartwick.
Hey,
Zach, how
how
you
you guys?
doing today?
Good. How are you guys?
Oh, doing good, doing good.
Think you may have an echo on your side.
Is it
At
me?
least it's coming from it's on my end. I'm not sure if it's on the broadcast end, but yeah. What's up, fellas? What's up, Zach? How you doing, buddy?
Good.
Good, Mister Porn Stash Adam.
Yes, sir.
A whole new look. What's been going on, man? Fuck, dude, all this. Where should we start with Monday night? Well, let's start with the Monday night Richmond race that you were unfortunately had to miss. Um, it was a good race. First of all, man, a lot of green flag running for the first stage and the second stage. We got a little messy at the end when everybody started pushing. But for the most part, man, that was a really fun race. Very clean, not many cautions. I know I had to start in the back. I just kind of where I wasn't the points. Uh, wasn't racing for points. I just started in the back and was just going to see if I could work my way through the field a little bit just for fun. And like I said, man, everybody ran super clean. It was a lot of fun. Um, but that being said, it looks as if laps led. Why do I have 18 laps led for Carrie Tribune? Oh, it's because Hunter basically dominated that race for the most part. And then late in the race, he threw a hard block on Nathan Maurer on the backstretch with like 3 to go, and I think they got into it a little bit, and that took Hunter out. Then we had that restart. Carrie Tribune started on the high side and just got a heck of a run and took off from there. Jason Morales and Nathan and myself raced each other for the next 2 laps, and it gave Kerry a big lead, and he took the first playoff win for the
On
Monday
Monday
night
night.
series.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was pretty big. Kerry has been like knocking on the door of a win. He's had like 6 top 5s, I think, in a row is what I heard the broadcast say. Maybe he's got 7 in a row now. Well, no, he didn't finish top 5, I don't think, but he's been knocking on the door of a win, and he finally got one. So, and actually, his team owner Brady LaBeouf called that he was going to get a win a couple weeks ago, and he did. He did just that. Said he was
Yeah,
knocking on the door of a win.
he's been hot. I mean, he's been putting those races together. It was only a matter of time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I've
absolutely.
definitely seen his name up there a bunch. So yeah, I mean that being said, as far as points go for that playoff race, a couple weeks ago, like I said, the broadcast has been off for a couple weeks due to some personal issues, but Kerry Tribune finished first. Jason Morales was second. Nathan Maurer third. Is Raul part of the points
He is.
for
He
Monday
is.
night? Raul was fourth. Cody Knott finished fifth. Who all's in the playoffs in that? We need to get
All
okay. Right
right,
there's
so
your.
let's go
We
go
need
ahead
to
and
kind of
show
get
us
that
our
pulled up.
go ahead and show us our playoffs here.
That's kind of yeah. This is after the Richmond race because Kerry Tribune won. So this kind of
This is
is
after
where.
Atlanta. This is after Atlanta.
Oh, so
Because
this is
I
even
missed Richmond and I won Monday night at Atlanta.
okay.
But
Well, this
because
past
I
Monday night.
missed
Yeah.
Richmond, I don't automatically advance because I missed the start.
So
So
this is our points up to date today after Atlanta, the second round, which we haven't quite got to that yet. But yeah, like I said, the Richmond race was really good. So I mean, we can kind of just jump on to Atlanta now since we're talking about the points here. Talk about you were in that race and talk about
yeah.
how that went, and we'll get on to these
So
points.
that race was kind of clean for the most part. I believe Hunter Parsons says Adam sure has a voice for radio. This thing must be echoing. I am not 100% sure.
I'm not sure either. I muted you on Discord. It sounds good on mine now. Hopefully it's that way
Okay,
in live.
that's probably what it is then. Zach's is,
Maybe it was just
yeah,
on my end.
could have been.
Maybe he's really giving you a comment. I doubt it. Hunter normally doesn't do
Hunter doesn't do
comments, you know.
compliments. Hunter,
Yeah.
and yeah, Hunter
Compliments, I
just.
should say.
We're gonna get
Sorry.
to what Hunter did to me a little later on, but yeah, Hunter don't give compliments. So yeah, we raced Atlanta Monday night. Second race of the playoffs. There were some guys that were below the cutoff. I think. Who all was below the cutoff? I wish I had that stat. I know Steve
Um,
Barnett also missed Monday night. Also missed Richmond. So he
so
had a.
below the cutoff was Brian Chu, Tim Hammond, Adam Newbert, and Steve Barnett. That was before Atlanta.
Okay, so I moved up.
Yep.
Tim Hammond's still there. And then Sean Hamilton and Kyle Hess dropped down. So I know
Okay, so you
Steve
jumped.
Barnett had a bad race. He's in a tough spot right now. He's in a tough spot because he had a bad race.
Bring that back up. What
Let's
you
pull
just?
that back up.
There we go.
There it is. So
Tim Hammond 2 points out. Sean Hamilton 5. Kyle Hess is just 10. Steve Barnett dropped 32 points out. That's rough. I don't think he can make that up in one race unless
yeah,
he wins, I guess.
well, even if he wins, he missed Richmond. So even if Steve Barnett wins that auto club, he has to point his way in,
Yeah.
which is just sucks for him because that's a really tough spot to be in. He's gonna have to really just go out there and knock it out of the park, which is
That
possible. It's very much
that
possible.
Monday night series has impressed, man. You guys did have done a really good job this season,
I,
racing and
yeah,
competing.
it's been a lot of fun over there on Monday night. So let's talk about the guys on the cut line here. Chris Blanchard +9. So let's go ahead and talk about Chris Blanchard. Chris Blanchard Monday night had a caution with 10 to go. About 5 trucks stayed out, me including one of them. So I had the lead. Chris Blanchard was, I think, from sixth on back. I believe Jason Stevenson restarted in sixth, and from sixth on back, everybody had fresh tires. Blanchard got up to me, and on the last lap, he took me to my outside, and he had a half a truck length in front. Hunter, who's watching this right now, no, it wasn't Hunter, it's Brandon Broadfoot. I take that back. Brandon Broadfoot pushed somebody, I think it's Jason Stevenson, into Chris Blanchard, and caused a huge wreck going into turn one in the last lap, and just it would make it kind of easy to drive away from it. But Chris Blanchard was really close to grabbing actually 2 wins in a
Back
row
to
for him.
back.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much
he
back to
just got
back.
his first NASRA win. What, Friday night, Atlanta?
Yeah, Friday night in Atlanta.
Yeah, we'll get to that, but
Not
yeah,
Friday
man,
night in
he
Atlanta, Thursday night in the Xfinity Series at Atlanta. We'll get to that later on.
was that what it was?
Yeah,
Xfinity.
it's
Sorry,
Xfinity
get them
Series.
all mixed up, man.
We're gonna get
But
it together. So he almost had a win, but he's +9 now. Raul Mays is +8. He's got to go on and have a really good, solid run at Auto Club, which he's usually pretty good on those bigger tracks like that, so he should be okay there. Brandon Broadfoot. Brandon Broadfoot's been laying down the smack talk. He's +5. He's in a position, I think, I think he's in kind of an underdog position right now. He's +5, but he still has to go out there and have a good run and have a better run than what he did in Atlanta. And pretty much he can probably make it. Brian Chu, he's got to be fighting for stage points come Monday night at Auto Club.
yeah, they're all gonna have to get as much points as they can. To be honest with you, they
Same
can't
thing with
really
these other
sit back.
guys. Tim Hammond, Sean Hamilton, Kyle Hess, and Steve Barnett. He's just got to go for 2 stage wins and a win. I mean, he's just got to be able to make up 32 points.
Man, that's a bad name to say. He needs to be aggressive because that boy's already aggressive.
Some of these guys are, yeah. I think, guys like Cody Knight, Robbie Richards, myself, Brady, and then I think everybody from Justin White on up, everybody's safe in that category. As long as they start the race, they'll be there. Moving on. So,
Yeah.
bring up the remaining schedule. You can kind of see it already at the top of the screen, but we got Auto Club coming up Monday night.
Auto
Then
Club's the one to advance to the what?
the Fast 12.
Fast 12.
And then that's going to be one heck of a round. So
And
the
then the
Ford,
round one is Watkins Glen. Okay,
yeah.
that's gonna be cool. That'll be
So
fun to watch.
the 12 guys that advance onto the Fast 12 are going to have a heck of a time at Watkins Glen. They're going to want to have a good run. They're probably going to be, if they're anything like me, I'm going to be practicing a lot that week for that race. And that's going to be my priority probably after we get done with Auto Club. That's going to be my priority probably.
Yeah, you
I've
definitely want to
heard
put some.
Broadfoot's already been practicing it, so it should be
Well,
interesting.
Broadfoot. Okay. I was just about to say. He's in. He's 5 points in. We
Yeah, he's
said
5 points
Yeah.
up.
he needs to look at Auto Club right now.
Yeah, he needs to be
One
worried about
week at a
Auto Club
time.
before he gets to Watkins Glen for sure. Kerry Tribune says he's pumped for the Glen. He must be a road course ringer, and that makes me nervous because I'm terrible at road courses.
Nice. Nice. And then Charlotte to advance to the Elite Eight. Charlotte's gonna be a really, really competitive race, obviously there. So
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one to
that's
close
pretty
out
much
the
anything.
the
Yep.
Fast 12 and the Elite Eight. So we won't get too far ahead of ourselves. Looking any further right now, we're just gonna worry about what's going on right now in the Sim Racer Hub Truck Series. It's gonna be an exciting race Monday night. Moving on to, I guess we'll move on to Thursdays now. So, last couple weeks on Thursday night Xfinity Series, the Overtop Designs Xfinity Series have certainly been interesting with everything going on. Hunter Parsons, I think the end of that race was probably the highlight of the whole thing. So there was a late race restart, green white checkered. Dustin Scruggs,
We're at Richmond right
Richmond,
now. So, okay.
Richmond, Richmond. So we kind of
Yeah.
missed a couple weeks, so we're trying to catch up here.
Yeah,
Richmond,
that was a crazy race for sure.
yeah, you were in that race, right?
Yeah, I was in that race. Looks like Ashley Dotson led the most laps. I didn't realize that, but him and Dustin Scruggs mostly went back and forth the entire race.
I do
Ashley had
remember.
51 laps led, and Dustin had 40. Um, and something happened late to Ashley, and it put Dustin in a spot to win this race. Um, and it was, like you said, man, a controversial call, but the correct one in the long run. Hunter just got a hell of a jump on the restart on the green, white checkered, a hell of a jump,
He
and
did.
and
Well,
just they were nose
he
to nose
well.
at the start finish line, and Hunter and hit the corner better in the one. Dustin overdrove it,
So let's
and
call it
Hunter
how it
pulled off with
was.
it.
Let's call it how it was. They get to the restart zone. Hunter fires first. Hunter lets out the gas to let Dustin fire. Dustin gets his nose out in front of Hunter. Beats Hunter to the line. Beats Hunter by a half a car length of turn one. But Hunter had the preferred outside line. I don't know why Dustin Scruggs took the inside line on that restart. But Hunter had the
He
preferred
thought he
outside
was going to
line.
start out in front of him. I don't know, man. I'd
Yeah.
prefer to start on the inside right there myself because
Really?
knowing that I'm going to get a jump and I can stay inside and exit that corner on the inside. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was riding inside all night. I'm I like the inside at
I
Richmond, but
guess
yeah, outside was crazy on the restarts. I will give you that. Like it was outside was strong on the restarts, but ultimately the inside line is where you wanted to be in the race.
right, right. Yeah, I mean, I guess I can see that. I guess when I think about older tires there, I think, yeah, I want to be on the outside.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But
But yeah, like you said, man, that was a crazy jump and
he got to the outside and he got the lead off turn two and he didn't look back.
he led 2 laps on the race, and it was the last two
The last
laps
two.
of the
Yep.
race. Uh,
There was a lot of
that,
controversy between him and Dustin Scruggs on that race.
oh yeah, they went at it.
There was a lot of back and forth. You know, it was decided that it was
It was
reviewed. The
more
restart was
Dustin.
reviewed. Yeah, the restart was reviewed. It was determined that Hunter did not jump the start. That he gave the spot back before they got to the line. So Hunter wasn't penalized. Hunter kept the win. And for some people on the bad and on the losing side of that, they don't like the call and want to question the call. And on the winning side of that, they kind of see it a little bit better. So I don't know. There's always it's hard
Again,
to it's tough
a
to make
very good
calls like
race at
that.
Richmond, though. Very,
Yeah.
very, very fun race at Richmond. We've had a couple of those. We have one more Friday night series coming up that hopefully is the same. We've had some good Richmond races this year.
Yeah. Well, then
Richmond always
after
puts on a
Richmond,
show.
so Hunter
Okay.
Parsons, and actually that was Hunter Parsons' first NASRA win, I think.
Was it?
Yeah,
That's surprising.
Yes,
that
it
was
was.
his first NASRA win. I remember him saying that, and it blew my mind because I was like, man, surely he's won before, but no, he
That's
hasn't.
very surprising. So the next
Um,
race we jumped into Kentucky.
was it Kentucky?
Kentucky's the next Xfinity race, and Rhett
That's
Tucker
right. We did go to Kentucky.
dominated it.
Rhett Tucker, yeah. Rhett Tucker and Hank Caston fought for the win in that one late. I think Hank Caston, they were side by side. I think Hank hit the wall on the last lap because he was to the outside of Rhett. Rhett was able to pull away and get the win right there. I think it was going to be a really close finish if Hank didn't hit that wall because they were side by side fighting for that thing.
Yeah, now that you brought that up, that's a good call. Rhett dominated that race, and Hank ran him down the last few laps. Like nobody thought we had anything for him, and he got on the outside of him and had to win if he didn't just push it a little too hard into the wall. That's a good point. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's
So
another good race.
Rhett won that race. We've got Thursday point standings actually right here. So Rhett has the 1 win from Kentucky. Hunter Parsons has the 1 win from Richmond, and then we'll go to Atlanta last week.
Yeah,
Last
now these
Thursday
points
night.
are updated after Atlanta here.
Yeah, so one guy not on that list right there, but he's got a win. And actually, I think this probably, I'm not sure if Chris Blanchard has made every single start in the Xfinity Series, but he's got a win now. Chris Blanchard grabbed the win in Atlanta. He got his first ever NASRA win. He was super excited about that. It was super good to see Chris. We've been talking about Chris on here for a while about how he is
much better
constantly improving.
Yeah.
We wondered if him being at up front was going to be something that really boosted him even more, and it's turning out that that's true. So Chris coming out, winning that race in Atlanta. Not to mention, he almost won Monday night in the Sim Racer Hub Truck Series at Atlanta. Made it back-to-back at Atlanta. But him winning that race, I know, was huge for him. Huge confidence boost for him. It's been a long time coming for him. He's been racing with us for a couple seasons now. So it's good to see Chris Blanchard get a win. If you look at the point standings there, Ted Wade.
That locks him in, I guess, right? I mean, where's he at on those points?
That's what I'm going to have to see is how many starts he has.
That must not be updated after the Atlanta. Oh.
This is updated. These are updated point standings.
I mean, it's got him outside by 30, so.
These are updated point standings. I'm going to look right now and see how many starts he has. So he has not, he's only made 5 starts.
No, that sucks.
He is, of the 10 races, Chris Blanchard has made 5 of those.
I didn't realize that, so. I wonder where he's been for the Xfinity races, because he's obviously paid his championship fine.
Yeah, absolutely. So even with missing 5 races, he can still, make it into the playoffs.
He can still get in, especially the way he's been driving. But that winning in would have been real nice to have. I think you can miss up to 2 races if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Hunter Parsons says he missed the first 4 to 5 races. You can miss 2 races or 2 job weeks pretty much. So
yeah.
And then after that, after you miss 2 races, a win no longer makes you eligible for the playoffs. You have to make it in on points. So Chris Blanchard won that race in Atlanta. I think we're still quite a ways away from the playoffs in that series. In fact, I think the schedule has this week going to North Wilkesboro for the All-Star race. So the Over the Top Giants Xfinity Series is going to race the All-Star race this week at North Wilkesboro Speedway. That might be a little fun one,
Wait a second. So
tomorrow,
tomorrow,
definitely.
Yeah. Go ahead, Zach.
Oh, you're fine. Go ahead.
Tomorrow night's All-Star race?
Yep. All-Star race for the Over the Top Giants Xfinity Series.
That's good news for me. That's
really good news. That means he's going to show up.
That means I might not show up. Unfortunately. I had some plans that I had to cancel, and now that I know the All-Star race is tomorrow, I may have to miss them. I'll try not to, but I may have to. North Wilkesboro is very fun. I mean, that would be a sucky one to miss. That would be a very fun race, but we'll see.
Yeah. So when they get done with the All-Star race, they've got 4 more races to the playoffs. We go to Kansas.
4 more.
Yeah, Kansas and then the Daytona Road Course. That'll be a fun one. The Milwaukee Mile and Martinsville. Martinsville will be the final.
No, Keith Bradley's not in the Xfinity Series, is he?
He's part-time. He's part-time.
Is he?
Yeah,
hopefully he don't show up for that race, because I know he dominates home.
He loves that place.
Yeah, he knows how to get out of them corners.
All right, and we'll move on to Friday nights. So Friday night, let's see, where have we left off on Friday night? The last time we had a podcast, it was the week before Darlington. It was the Wednesday before Darlington. And then the race before that was Bristol. So.
Which I missed.
Yeah.
Did you miss Bristol?
Yes,
what did you miss that for?
What did I miss that for?
It was
I think you said it was you and your wife's anniversary, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my anniversary.
Oh, okay.
How many years you been married now, Zach?
5 years.
5 years married.
Yeah.
Oh, you still in the honeymoon phase.
Hey, that's a milestone to
Guess
us.
it depends how long you were together before that marriage, if you're in the honeymoon stage, right?
Yeah, we've been
Absolutely.
together 8 years, so
Yeah. Well, that's good.
So we went to Darlington. Darlington was dominated by Stephen Light. Uh,
Oh, wow.
Zach had a little bit of fun at Darlington, from what I heard. Hit the wall, got involved in a little calamity.
yeah, that was a little fun. Lost
Uh,
a little talent coming out of 3 and 4 there.
it
Back the
happens.
wall.
Darlington's a tough track. So
Darlington's so tough.
Stephen Light dominated that race. I know he swept both the stages. He won the race.
Jimmy Emos beat me at Darlington.
Ooh,
I
I
just
would.
looked at the standings, and
I
that's the
don't
first
think
thing
I'd
I
say that.
noticed.
I don't think
Hey,
I'd say that
listen,
out loud.
he beat me, man. He did a good job.
So who else finished good at Darlington?
No, I don't think so. Sorry, I had somebody asking me a question in the background. What'd you say?
What's the other finishing order for Darlington?
Finishing order for Darlington. Stephen Light, obviously first, dominated the whole race with laps led. 148 laps led out of 150. That's crazy.
Wow.
Joey Dissett finished second. Keith Bradley finished third. Robbie Richards fourth. Michael McKinnon fifth. Dana Shepard sixth. That's a good finish for Mr. Shepard. Jose finished seventh. He was very fast at Darlington all race. I want to give him
Jose.
credit for that. Jose was very
Jose,
fast. I was
let's
about.
talk about Jose.
Okay.
Jose,
Well, go ahead.
Jose has been silently knocking on the door here lately.
Has he?
Yeah, I mean, look at it. I think he finished fifth at New Hampshire, if I'm
Did he?
not
Okay.
mistaken, fifth or sixth.
I don't
That's
remember.
one driver that's been racing clean lately.
At New Hampshire. Okay, yeah, we'll get to New Hampshire in a second. I didn't realize he finished that well, but yeah, I was behind him and Taylor during the Darlington race in the first stage, and Jose was racing his butt off, man, and passed Taylor late in the stage to get him in that one. So that was fun to watch. Cody Knott finished eighth. He was fast at the end of that race.
Yep.
Raul Meza ninth. Brandon Bullock 10th. To round off your top 10.
Well,
Taylor
that's actually a
Peacock ended up
crazy.
pulling
That is
back
a
to the lead.
crazy top 10. I'm looking through that list,
It
and
really is. Dana, Jose, Cody, and Raul, Robbie. Yeah, that is. That is.
I'm looking through that list, and 5 of those guys didn't even get stage points.
Wow.
5
There
of
was
the
a
top
lot.
10.
So what happened to do all that? I can't remember. There was a lot going on at the end of that race. It kind of got sloppy, I think, on us. But ultimately, man, like I said, Stephen Light just dominated that. But wasn't much more to talk about there. Let's go on to the New Hampshire race.
New Hampshire was pretty much that was a good race. We raced New Hampshire. I know Ted Wade ended up grabbing. I believe it's Ted's 10th Triple M Pull and Truck Series win.
Okay,
I'm not
so
exactly sure if that's true.
am I wrong or the biggest thing to take? I'm sorry, I completely just blew off the quote. What did you say? Because
I
I
think
was
it's
so
I
worried
think
about
it's
the Stephen Light issue that happened there. What'd you
I
ask?
think it's Ted Wade's 10th NASRA Triple M Pull and Truck Series
Is
win.
that what it is? Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
sure about that. I know he got what 8 last season, I think. So yeah, that sounds about right. I think he won 8 in the
Yeah.
season last year. But like the biggest thing that I think we can take away from the New Hampshire race is the Stephen Light issue, man.
Oh
The dom
my
the
gosh.
he's so dominant in this league, and he was doing really well this race. Okay, laps led is not even on here, so I can't say. I know he led a lot of the race. Him and Keith Bradley was going at it for the
It's
most
on
part.
there. It's on there. Oh, it's
It's
not
not
on
on
there.
my no, it's not on my end.
Wow.
So I know him and Keith Bradley were dominating most of the race.
And Ted
Uh,
Wade. I think Ted Wade ended up leading the most laps.
he won. Yeah, okay, so he won. It looks like Keith finished second. You're right. So Ted dominated with him. But anyway, at the end, near the end of the race, he started in the back of the pack and jumped the restart like really really bad.
Already had a
Yeah,
warning prior to this for it.
yeah, you're
Yep.
right. You're right.
Already had one warning prior to this earlier in the race.
Like I said, it was so obvious, but for some reason, man, he just did not agree with the call at all and just threw a big ordeal. And it doesn't look like Stephen Light will be racing with NASRA anymore.
Yeah, he didn't
So
like the
I guess.
call. Uh,
Well, breaking news. He is not done.
Oh,
oh,
really? He's
is he
back.
No,
coming back?
he will be coming back. I talked him into coming back. So
Oh, what'd you do that for?
because he's a good guy.
Oh, I'm just kidding. So here's the issue that I have with that. The way he acted Friday night, you're a professional NASCAR, former NASCAR driver at the top level. You are obviously probably better than 99.9% of people in this league. You've already won 2 races on the season. You're probably going to win 5 or 6 more if
Hmm.
things go your way.
And he
But
just wouldn't let it go.
but broke a rule that is in the rule book. He clearly never has read the rule book, and that is responsibility of every single driver before they start a series is to read the rule book, at least take a freaking glance to it. But and then just acts like a child after that. So I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it was the way he handled it afterwards, but that was the problem.
Yeah.
No, it
But
definitely
yeah,
should have
that
been
was the
handled.
biggest thing really to take away. Unfortunately, that was the biggest thing to take away from that race. Like I said, I mean, like you just got done saying, he's much better than everybody here, and I don't know, that was just crazy the way all that played out. He was in a hurry to get back up to the front. So Zach, you are teammates with him?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, all right. I forgot about that. So you have talked with him and talked everything over, and he's coming back to race with us?
Yes, he will be back.
Or is
I,
he coming back
I,
with like a vengeance, or is he coming back like in a respectful way? I guess that's the
No,
question to ask his teammate.
we talked. We had a long talk discussion about it, and I basically told him. I said I don't like the way that it was handled, but you got it. He does have a thick head. I mean, a lot of us do when we're
Yeah, for
racing. We're
sure.
competitive for sure.
Yeah,
And it was basically said that excuse me, that if he's to come back, he should be respected.
yeah. All
So
right. Well, that's good to know and not good to know for the rest of us. Like I said, the dude's really good and really fast, so he kind of dominates. But at the same time, it's good to have him in here. It's good. It's a cool name to have in here. I hated the way it went down because he knows a lot of people, and he's not going to leave a good impression of NASRA the way everything was handled. But let's kick rocks on that and move on to
well,
the finish, man.
if anything, he could have definitely gotten cancel cultured for Friday night, and probably if you would, let's just say that got posted somewhere, that's probably definitely a
Well, good
career
thing
hurter
it's
for
not
him.
going to, so it doesn't.
Yeah,
But Keith Bradley finished as far as points. Ted Wade won that race, but it's well, the only thing that we have on our standings is points finishes. That's the only thing that's on ours. So Keith Bradley basically finished the best in points. He finished second. Adam Newbert finished third. Jose, as Zach mentioned, dude, he finished fourth that race. So
yeah,
that was a back-to-back awesome finish for Mr. Jose. Devin Painter finished fifth, Robbie Richards sixth, Dustin Lumpkin finished seventh, Joey Dissett eighth, Dane Hagen ninth, and Dana Shepard to hit the top 10 again. So Jose and Dana both two impressive finishes for them this past couple races.
that's pretty good. And then we had a change in the points lead after New Hampshire. Joey Doucette took the points lead over Chris Cinnamon. So Chris Cinnamon's been
ooh,
on top of the points for quite a while this season, and Joey Doucette has taken it from him.
Can you
Joey
bring up
Doucette,
the okay?
yeah,
You've
I want
already
to bring
brought
it
up the
up.
points for this,
So
right?
this is the current playoff standings. Obviously, this does not reflect the true point standings, but Joey Doucette has the most points out of anybody.
The
Then
most points, right? But with your 3 wins, you're locked in at first, basically, when we start the playoffs because of playoff points, correct?
correct.
And Stephen Light, if so, he's not winning in with those 2 wins. Those 2 wins don't matter. I'm not sure where he is in points.
I think if he misses another race, he's not winning in. If he
Mm,
misses another race, then he
he's
has
only
to
missed
point.
2 so far. I
I
feel
think
like he's
he's
missed
missed
one in
two.
that.
He's
Zach,
missed
do you
two.
know that
ooh,
answer?
He has
Is
six
Stephen
starts.
Light?
He has six
Yes.
starts.
Okay. All
yeah,
right.
he has 6 starts.
Nice. Okay, so he's still got that winning in. So if he doesn't miss another one, that holds Chris Cinnamon, Joey Dissett, Robbie, Keith, myself. So Joey. Okay, so basically, yeah, Joey's dominating right now in points. That's pretty good. He's had a good season. I like to see that.
Yeah, he's knocking on the door of a win.
Is
He's
that
got the most top fives. He has more top fives than anybody on the season with five. He's got
look at
seven
me and
top tens.
Justin. Look at me and the teammate tied for seventh and eighth. That's
Yeah,
cool.
there's swim
I
all over
mean,
that left side of the screen right there, and there's one right there in the middle.
and we're taking the top 20 this season. So CJ Fonda is currently in the playoffs.
Yeah,
That's pretty
that's
big news
crazy.
for him. Brandon Bullock's barely in. Jeffrey Sickles is in that cut. Taylor Peacock, Cody Knott.
Jacob Klinghardt, Dana Shepard, Chris Blanchard, Jose Luis Rivera.
Mr. Huck Whittington is only 5 points out of the
5 points out,
playoffs
yeah.
right now. Yeah.
And
Ron
Derek
Hunter
Kilgore.
knocking on the door. And Derek.
That's look at that. That's 3 Blue Line Racing drivers, 20th, 21st, and 22nd.
Fighting for playoffs.
Fighting for
like,
a playoff spot. Yeah, that's awesome.
Who's gonna get it?
You know, that's an awkward team Discord on Friday night.
Yeah, especially when it comes down to the last race. They're gonna be racing each other for the playoff spot. That's pretty fun. That'll be fun to watch. We need to pay attention to that.
That is awesome. So, let's see. Yeah, I think Joey just says, guy. Who do you think are guys that are gonna, get another win before the playoff, get a win before the playoffs start? Definitely Joey just said. I think Keith Bradley's definitely gonna get a win.
Yep.
Man, there's so many names right there that could get one. Keith, myself,
Steven,
Justin.
yourself, yep.
I mean,
McKinnon could jump out and get a win.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's been ready to for quite some time now. Obviously, he's fast, but
He just got to put it all together.
And obviously, Jose is finishing top 5 and top 6 the past 2 races. So I mean, you never know about when he can jump up in there. There's a lot of names right there. Taylor Peacock, depending on what track we go to, is very strong. And Jacob Klinghardt is very fast. So I don't know. There's a good 4 or 5 drivers that could definitely go get them a win before this season's over.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And that would be nice to see.
Who are guys that are sitting below this 25th that, from 25th on down that could jump up and get in here?
Oh, let's see. We got Zach Hartwick, 26th.
Oh, okay.
Ed Osborne's down there.
How
Ron
far is
Meza.
the points out for Mr. Hartwick and
Mr.
them? We got
Hartwick.
17 here, so
He's about. Let's see here. He's 19 points back.
Yeah.
He's 19
Yeah,
Raul.
Okay, so that's a guy that could easily jump up here and get hot.
For sure.
For sure.
I mean, as far as full-time guys, Raul has missed only one race. So, yeah, if he gets hot, starts clicking off some finishes, he can do it pretty easy. He could sneak a win in there.
So I mean, does that?
I think Jimmy Emos could. I think Jimmy Emos could sneak a win in there for sure.
We've pretty much gone away from that. So I mean, that pretty much covers all of our races. Am I wrong?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're gonna jump into our little interview with Zach here.
Yeah, exactly.
Zach Hartwick, driver of the number 93.
Who is Zach Hartwick?
Drives for BP Racing for Autism, Eric Zimmerman's team. From what I hear, he's doing pretty good things over there on Zimmerman's team, trying to help grow that team, trying to help that team every way he can. You're joining Mission 1 next for Season 2 of the Sim Racer Hub Truck Series, joining Mission 1. You're also starting a team on Monday nights, Redline Racing. You're actually reforming Redline Racing, which was a team in the Friday Night Truck Series last season. But yeah, tell us a little bit more about all that. What's going on in the world of Zach Hartwick?
Oh man, a lot's going on. Like you said, first and foremost, the Redline thing. That was kind of out of the blue, just kind of happened, came out of the blue. I know. The way it happened was James and I were kind of talking, and he was kind of itching to have a home, and I got to thinking, and I'm like, man, Mondays is a great spot for us to go. It's been really clean, really solid, and I just started thinking, I'm like, man, Redline needs to come back. So I got to thinking to him, and I proposed to him to bring it back, and almost had a few big name drivers come in and jump in with me, but ultimately we ended up going with I think it's Pew. I have a guy that we raced with on console, James and I. He's coming.
Who?
His name is Dale Markowski. Okay.
And we raced with him on console?
No, not you. James and I did.
Okay.
This was 2-3 years ago.
Gotcha.
When you made the jump up to iRacing, we were still on console, and then James made the jump, and then I made the jump.
For
Yeah,
those that
so
don't know, just a quick little, not to butt in Zach, me and Zach have been racing against each other on consoles, PlayStation 3 days since what, like 2011?
yeah, at least
Yeah,
15 years. I would
yeah,
say 15 to 16 years,
yeah, been a long time.
which is crazy.
So anyway, continue on with the drivers for Redline.
Let me pull it up again real quick here. So we have Jonathan Pugh, Dale Markowski. We just got Tyler Daniels, which is cool. I think he's been really stellar this season, and he's impressed me. I know he's had the the bad luck hit him, and he's kind of been down. So I've been trying to lift his spirits up and give him an opportunity to show what he really truly has. Um, and then I gotta look it up real quick. And
Stand by.
then we have Scott, which,
Scott.
oh, yep, he was going to be joined Redline a long time ago. I think it was like second season in. After my half season, it was the second season in. And James actually met him just off of racing in general. And he's been kind of just lingering in the Discord. And I kind of got with him and said, "Hey, do you want to come join my team?" He was like, "Yeah." So,
Hmm.
and we are looking for one more full time. We have James part time. He's only going to do part time this season. And
James
then
Morris.
you have James Morris. And then we would need one more full time. So
And
that's with that.
this is for Monday nights, correct?
This is for Monday nights. Yes.
So
Starting next season. So if anybody out there is wanting to find
yeah,
a team to start Monday night series next season,
Redline
um,
Racing looking for some drivers out there.
And then,
Absolutely.
so moving into BP on Friday nights. So basically, the whole deal with that, which is kind of cool, uh, I was kind of down on my luck for the longest time. I started the Monday night series, was going to race with Swim, and basically had no better finish than 35th out of 5 starts, I think. So I was down on my luck, and Eric came to me and was like, "I don't want to see you go," because I was down to a point where I was gone. I was
Eric
leaving that.
Zimmerman came to
Yes,
you.
yeah, I was going to leave NASRA,
Hmm.
and he talked me out of it and said, "Hey, I want you to come run my team. I've seen what you've been doing over at Redline. I like what you're doing." And he gave me a deal that I really truly couldn't turn down. And we got to talking, and it was just basically like, "Hey, you're going to be my manager, and whatever you want to do to this team to make it better, you have full reins to do whatever you got to do."
Hmm.
So we're working on a few things coming that the other thing about Redline starting was also Redline is going to be a sanctioned kind of team with BP. So BP is sponsoring full-time one Redline truck this year,
So
which
like
will
an
be
alliance team.
yeah. Yep.
Nice.
So Tyler Daniels is going to get that sponsorship. I gave it to him because I want him to be around. And
Jonathan Pugh says talk about his truck.
yeah, he's got a nice little M1. He's got sponsorship from Trackhouse, I believe, and M1. Let's go look at this.
Sponsorship from Trackhouse.
Yeah,
Like the Trackhouse.
let's go. He posted it in the Friday night Discord.
Huh.
Let's see if I can put it real quick.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen this.
Yep, it's the M1 race cars and Trackhouse Chevy.
Oh, I see it now. I see it now.
Yeah,
Trackhouse Chevy. Oh,
so
that's very
that's
interesting.
a lot of cool things. A lot of cool things are coming for us, and it's cool to be a part of this. I've been wanting to do this for some time and make a bigger name for not only Redline myself, and I've been working with Eric, getting him better. Steven's been helping us a lot. That's another reason why we've been trying to get him back. he really truly does help our race team a lot. I know he's got a
Oh,
hot
sure. He
head.
knows when he knows some shit.
Yeah.
So, but
So kind of explain that. You kind of talked about it. You were down on your luck. Zimmerman you kind of get hooked up with Zimmerman there. You become teammates with this guy who is 2012 Cup Series Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, how does that happen?
yeah, kind of
Uh,
crazy, right?
how does
Yeah.
that benefit you, and what's that kind of relationship been like?
So we host a practice. It started out every Wednesday, but we moved to Thursdays now. So basically, we host a practice to where Steven gets in and he's basically just he shows me the line, shows Eric's the line, and where the with the marks, everything basically. We get in there and we talk and we discuss. He's always fast, so he's always got the speed there, so he kind of shows me a good lap of what to shoot for, and then I
That's
kind of
pretty
go and
cool.
try
That
to mirror
explains
it.
why you've been qualifying so well. We just need to get
That's
that stuff
that
pulled
explains
together in
why
a
we've
race.
keyed up Zach as the hot lap hero.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
I mean, it's definitely helped you
I'm
with
gonna I
that.
want to figure out how to get in on these practices though.
Yeah,
I'm
what
trying to
the
figure
fuck? I
out these
mean,
Stephen Lake lines. That's for sure.
but that all being said, who is Zach outside of NASRA? What do you do, man? What's up? Let's get to know Zach.
So
Nothing but NASRA. You know what I mean? Who cares about NASRA?
Zach is, Zach is Zach. He's working with his old alma mater, Grand Blanc High School, you know, maintenance, which is kind of cool.
Oh,
I've been
nice.
in that
Okay.
building. I've been in that building for, gosh, man, it feels like forever now. But it's nice to be in there and be a part of where you.
Yeah.
It's like home.
So
Yeah.
Grand Blanc, Michigan. You live in Michigan.
Yep.
Still got about 6 feet of snow on the ground right now, right?
Nope. It's actually starting to melt.
You got a
Oh.
bunch of You got a bunch of kids running around, or what?
Nope. Nope. No
No,
kids.
no
Just
little
me and my
Zachs.
wife. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
So those that
I
you and the
don't.
wife, y'all been married 5 years now.
5 years. Known each other 8. We
Okay.
live. We live right down the street from my parents and like 2 miles from her parents. So
I know you are an avid golfer.
yeah.
So do you
I
golf a
would
lot?
smoke you, man.
Well, shoot. I grew up working at a golf course.
So he's
That's
worked at a
So
cool.
golf course. Yep.
What'd you do at the
uh,
golf course?
everything. I've started as like a laborer basically,
I feel you.
basic grunt, and worked my way up. I've been to 4 different golf courses in my career, and worked my way up to an assistant superintendent for a year, and then with Michigan and the weather that you have, it's just hard to
Hold a
really,
job year round with a
It's
yeah,
golf
a
hold
course.
a
seasonal.
job.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
seasonal
it's
thing.
more of a seasonal thing.
Yep. You
So
should
I
have
I
took
took
your butt to Myrtle Beach or something, man.
well I was once I fell in because I fell in love with it at like 16 years old is
Your
when I
best
first
buddy just
started.
said you polish balls at the golf course. Is that
Who
true?
said that?
Yeah,
His
Keith
Keith
best
Bradley.
friend.
Bradley. Yeah.
They are boys. They get
Aren't you supposed to
along
be in the
really well.
sensitivity training class right now, Keith Bradley?
Yeah, get off of here. You're
Go
not
back
allowed in
and
the chat
pay
right now.
attention to the teacher, because
We need to mute him.
what?
Dude, how'd you get involved with NASRA? How did you join NASRA? When did that happen and how? We
Okay,
already
so this story is funny.
that's funny.
Basically Adam Newbert comes to me, right? And
Oh,
he
don't
says,
you put
"Hey,
this blame on me.
oh no,
Don't
no,
put this blame on me.
this is your fault, man." He comes to me and he goes, "Hey, Zach, you should join iRacing." Because at this time I was still in basically what we called Honey Bun, um, on console. And so Adam comes to me and he goes, "Man, you really need to get into iRacing." I'm like, I don't know. And I made the jump and I did it. And he goes, "Hey, you should look into NASRA Racing. It's a bunch of good guys." I mean, he'd been sending us videos um
Yeah.
and what he showed us the first win of Chicago. I'm like, man, that's kind of cool. It got me interested. And he goes, "Yeah, just work on your racecraft. We're on officials. Do
I
some work.
I
Get
actually
better."
told him. I
Yeah,
actually told him before he messes up this part of the story. Wait at least 6 months before joining a league on iRacing.
yeah. And what does Zach do? Zach jumps right into NASRA with no, basically nothing.
Hey
And
man, we're talking about two different skill levels. He said you need to wait a little bit, not himself.
so yeah, I mean the whole reason behind me jumping in so quick and so hastily before uh before getting the seat time that I wanted was really just to race with the boys kind of thing. Like
Yeah,
I've missed
definitely the
racing
best
with
part of
Adam.
this is meeting everybody you meet
Yeah.
and doing.
Yeah.
So I mean I raced with Adam for a long time and I kind of missed that and I was like, man, I want to go race with him again and I wish I would have waited the 6 months because a lot of stuff has happened before.
So have
We
you all ever been teammates?
yeah, we
Like
had prom
way,
race.
like back on PlayStation 3. Yeah.
Oh no, but y'all never were teammates in NASRA, as far
No,
No,
as
not net. Well,
man, got you
yeah, no,
involved
not
in
really.
iRacing and NASRA and never offered to be
Oh,
your
don't fuel
teammate.
his fire, Steven. He's been on my
Well,
tail about this too.
that's pretty pathetic, really.
I
He
know,
has been.
right?
He's been on my tail about that too.
Man, offered
He's
me. He don't
also
even know me, bro. He
he,
just met me like last year, and he offered me a spot.
I know,
Oh,
and then he's over here. He's freaking trying to steal drivers from me too.
Oh
oh, that's
my
not
God!
true. I
He's
was offering these
Yeah,
guys up.
next thing you know, he'll be going after Steven Light.
I know.
Oh man. Oh,
Stealing my guys over here. Jeez. No,
Yeah, man.
it's
well,
it's been fun. I've had a heck of a ride. I've enjoyed every bit of it. You get down on your luck and you kind of get pressed. I guess I'll say, but looking back on everything, I wouldn't change it for you know anything.
I'm.
Nah.
I don't. I'm sorry.
Marty over here laughing.
Looks like
Well,
a super
I
trooper.
don't
You do
know.
look like a
I
super
don't know
trooper.
who
You do.
Togod is, but they just said that I look like a
Oh,
super
oh,
trooper.
God is Chris Blanchard.
Oh my
Oh man.
gosh.
That is
Yo.
great. The
He
old
definitely
super.
just a
That's the new.
veteran.
Hey, listen. Let's go ahead and get that changed in the Facebook chat. Adam Super Trooper Norbert.
Oh, well,
That's
anything's better than
perfect.
Money Man because I got to be honest that we've got this Money Man nickname going on, and I don't like that nickname. I wish we could come up with something else other than the Money Man.
Oh, Money Man is sticking now. I've already made that stick.
Oh, I do not like that. I want to get
Oh
that
no.
out of there.
You could always be Hot Lap Hero. I mean, I'll let you have it.
Well, I mean, no, that's okay. I don't want to be a hot lap hero.
Before we get off of here and before we forget, we need to talk about our new series coming up on Tuesday nights. Adam.
Yes, I brought this up. I almost forgot about it. I got reminded. Here it is. Boom. People have been wanting the Cars Tour late model series. We've got it. We've got it right here at NASRA on Tuesday nights. We're going to be having the Pulse Poppers late model stock series. These late models are pretty much the Cars Tour late models that iRacing has just released. If you haven't ran them yet, they're super fun, super exciting to race. Uh, yeah, I'm really excited about this series. So we got a few guys that I know are going to be racing with my team. Hopefully I can get Steven to race Tuesday nights part time. Maybe we'll see. But I'm really excited
We'll
about
see.
this one.
We will see. Yeah, that does sound fun. If I do race it, which I do want to try out the late models, I want to do something different. I really wanted to do like a Legends, but late model sounds fun as well. But if I do it, I'm gonna have to get off of another series. So we'll see what
Have you
happens
guys
with that.
ran these? Have you guys ran these late models
I've
yet?
never ran those. I don't
No,
even
I have
have the
not yet.
car. But
They're
like I
kind of
said,
fun. They're fun.
oh, I can imagine them being fun. And hopefully, like we would be at a lot of short tracks with
You
these.
didn't
I
have.
hopefully they don't mess up the series by. I want to go ahead and throw that out there. If we're running late models, it better be a bunch of short tracks.
Yeah, it gotta
And
be.
you all better be able to handle them because I'm not. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
so
Let's go ahead and throw that out there.
you don't have the Chevy Monte Carlo. You didn't have that on iRacing. Because if you had the
Mm,
Monte Carlo, that's what it's been switched to. It's
I
the
don't know.
Cars
I
Tour
have to
late
look
model.
at that. I'll have to look at that.
And it's the Cars Tour's late
But
model.
that does sound like super duper fun. Like I said, especially if it's a bunch of short tracks, because I love me some short tracks and
I
some
don't think
hard
he's put
racing.
out a schedule for it yet.
No, there is no schedule yet.
I wish he would get on that so we could see that and be more excited.
Well,
I want to know
we
some
just
details.
confirmed that it's a thing, and Mr. Pulse Poppers, Cody Knott, is sponsoring the whole thing. He's kind of putting this thing together, so thank him, and then go join that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Cody says
It's
all
neat.
short tracks. Cody Knott, who is pretty much
Did
the
he?
series
Nice.
director.
Okay. Like that's you got my vote, buddy. I'll probably get out of a series and join that because that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that same thing.
Well,
Yeah.
you better not wreck us.
No shush.
But
Zach, are you
that
racing? What's your future? I know you're planning on racing. Friday night you'll be around for a while. Monday night you'll be around for a while. Uh, are you interested in the late model series? Or are you gonna run an Xfinity series at all?
If I do any more, it'll be probably part-time late model. With
Okay.
I'll probably bring Redline over to that and get the full-time list up there, and then I'll probably just do a few select late model races here and there, just because I don't want to overstrenuate the schedule. So,
Yeah.
and then
yeah,
once
I would love to do this every night myself, but this doesn't work out that way. Brady
yeah,
needs to pay out more, and I could do this for a living.
I'll
So
tell you
let's
what.
go
I'll
ahead
tell
and
you
note
what.
that shit down too.
The money man could definitely do it for a living if he wanted to.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
listen, he don't like Money Man, but yeah, he's done brought
yeah.
it up twice
Uh,
tonight. So let's just go ahead and fucking
yeah. I'm
gosh.
just just gotta say that.
Yeah. Well,
Zach,
pretty much
there's something
wrap
else I
this
gotta
up.
ask you, Zach.
Ask it.
Uh-oh.
There's one other thing.
Okay.
Uh, when's the first win gonna come?
Oh,
The
is it?
first
I tell you what, are
win.
you going to get your first win before Michael McKinnon gets his?
Ooh,
Because
I
I think
don't
you would make Michael
ooh.
retire if that happens. You need to work on that. I feel like Michael McKinnon will retire if you get the first win before he does.
I don't want him to retire.
Oh,
Maybe I
so
won't ever
okay.
win. No,
All right.
no.
You better
I
wait for him then.
honestly, first win. I feel like it could come this season, and it's just been, I've been qualifying so well. I just haven't put a full race together yet. So New Hampshire was one of my most full races yet. I fell a lap down early, battled back, ended up finishing 14th.
The old
Battling through
lady's
that
yelling in the
field.
background. Don't get that old man all fired up. Oh,
But yeah,
she
I
knows
mean,
Michael McKinnon and his getting fired up just from watching the races.
I feel it's on the verge. I feel it's close. A little more work, a little more seat time. We'll be talking about
Hey, you keep working
Zach
with
getting a
Mr.
win.
Light, he'll probably get you there for sure.
Yeah, I've been working with Light and a little bit of Keith Bradley too. So there's been some things
Don't
going
trust
on.
Keith. Listen, that guy's going to just steer you personally the wrong way on purpose.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
go race around with Stephen Light, dude. Stay away from Keith. That he's bad news.
Bad news.
Yeah,
Bad
trust
news.
me, he's bad news.
Zimmerman would tell you, terrible guy.
Yeah, I would. Listen.
I'd say if you ever hung out with those swim guys, they could probably teach you a little thing or two.
Yeah, we'll teach you a little something, but we
Yeah.
won't, we won't feed it to you. You'll have to kind of learn it from us. You know what I'm saying? Make you work for it.
All right,
Helps you in the long run.
Zach, do you have any final questions for us? Anything you want
No.
to say? Anybody you want to shout out?
Just you guys are first foremost for putting on this podcast. Thank you guys for that. It's been a blast watching them week in, week out. Brady definitely, without him putting Brady and Michael really, without them putting this and giving us a platform to just kind of chill, give us the time and effort to put this whole thing together. Shout out to them. My wife, for putting up with me racing all the time. My teammates, BP, Eric, Steven, they've been great helping me. Keith's been great helping me. Yeah, just been it's been fun to progress week in and week out and see the progression, paying off. So
Nice. Well, we're glad to have you today, Bub. I appreciate you coming, and hopefully we'll get you back in here in the future after that win that's coming up.
yeah, thanks for having me, guys. I
Yeah.
really,
So
really appreciate
when you get your first win, we're gonna have you right back on the show that very next episode.
it. All
That
right.
being said, man, that sentence that we just said, we should get Christopher Blanchard in here soon?
We should get Chris
We
Blanchard
need
in
to
here.
work on that. I guess everybody expect Christopher in here soon, man. He
See,
just,
the
like I
problem
said,
with
he's been
Chris,
working 5 hard seasons for a win and just finally got it. So he deserves a little shot
I'm
in
scared
here.
if we get him in here, he's gonna. Have you ever raced with Chris Blanchard?
Cody, we gotta show Cody some love. He just said on the side, my chopped liver. He runs the broadcast
Oh,
for us. Ooh,
We all
ooh.
know
much love to Cody. Love you,
Don't get
we
man.
Cody
all know the
upset.
VP, Cody. All right, we all know the VP,
VP
brother.
Cody not.
Trust me.
VP,
We
Mr.
get
VP.
reminded of it on a regular basis.
But if y'all ever race with Blanchard, like in a Discord or something, you'll be sitting there running
He's
along.
quiet as hell. Yeah.
No, hell, you'll be sitting there running along in your race, and all of a sudden you'll hear Blanchard's,
That's true.
and
We
he
might
takes
get
a
some phone
towing call
calls
right in
from
the
him.
middle of the race. So I feel like if we have him on the episode and he just like completely stops what he's doing, picks
Hey,
up the phone
man.
and says Blanchard's,
That's
Oh,
good
that'd be great.
advertisement. That's
that
good
phone's got to be
advertisement.
on silent if we get Chris Blanchard on the show.
He'd be a great one to have.
Yeah, it
But
would be a
yeah,
good
that
one to
being
have.
said, I don't know who the next guest is yet, but expect him on here sooner or later.
Yeah, we're gonna hit him up. We might get him on here next week.
Adam, do you have the little commercial thing that plays that kind of shows all the series that we run and will kind of exit us out for that?
I do have. I think I do have the commercial. We'll give
You
y'all
know
this
what I'm
little
saying?
logo saying Sim Racer Hub Truck Series Weekly Podcast. Thank you all for watching episode 6. We hope to continue these episodes on for a lot. We got our Sim Racer Hub Truck Series on Monday night, over the Top Design, Xfinity Series Thursday night, Triple M Pull and Truck Series Friday night. And I believe the Sunday night Millie's Cup Series is going to be coming to an end here pretty soon. We haven't had a lot of interest in that, but if you are interested, I'm sure maybe there's a little bit of opportunity there. We got to thank all of our sponsors over here, the NASRA Racing League and on the NASRA 360 Racing Network, Triple M Pulling, Pulse Poppers, Hoopty's Garage, Blanchard's Towing and Recovery, Butt Kicker, Stogies, M1 Race Cars, Warrior Wraps, 213 Simware. Obviously, we said Sim Racer Hub, Over the Top Designs. You know, all the main guys that make it happen over at NASRA. Thank you guys for watching tonight. We're going to see y'all next week, hopefully. And everyone have a good one. We'll see y'all on the racetrack.
Later, guys. Thanks, Zach.
Yep. Have a good night.